So it's almost fall, so we're gonna go ahead and make one of those favorite fall dishes. This is our pumpkin casserole. This is evaporated milk. We're gonna, 1 cup of evaporated milk. If you're not sure what that is, it's this bad boy that you get from the store. We're gonna do 1 cup of sugar. A 1/2 cup, let's do this, because I didn't know that there was self-rising flour. So self-rising flour, I don't know the method, but that's what I got. It calls for a 1/2 cup of self-rising flour. Put that in there. 2 eggs. So I like to break my eggs in a separate bowl. Nobody wants eggshells in their dessert. 1/2 stick of melted butter. 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla. So my mom always said, why make extra dishes? So she said 1 teaspoon's 1 teaspoon, the lid. And some ground cinnamon. This is to taste, add more or less. We're gonna go a little more. You could add some nutmeg too, if you really want to add that fall spice to it. And we're gonna mix this all up. Get in there, break those eggs up. This is a great dish. I mean, I love pumpkin all year long, so why do we have to stick to fall? I love this with some good pumpkin spice coffee. Get that all mixed up. That egg just doesn't want to break up. You want to make sure you get all that flour, all that evaporated milk, egg, sugar, everything all mixed up. Get it all. So we're gonna make this, and then this comes with a great topping. You could have it without the topping, but why not? It's dessert, go extra. They call it a casserole, but it's one of those sweet casseroles. So we're gonna pour this in our pan. I've already greased it. So meanwhile, you wanna have your oven preheating at 350, so that way you can just pop this in there, get all that good stuff out of there. We don't wanna leave anything. If you leave something, that means less for you to eat. We don't wanna do that. Get all that in there. So we are gonna pop this deliciousness into the oven at 350 for 1 hour. But before we do that, we're gonna put this to the side. We're gonna make that yummy, yummy topping I was talking about. So we got 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. Just go ahead and dump that in there. One 8-ounce whipped topping. The whip's better. You could use regular cream cheese, but this just comes out smoother. So this is really like a frosting. Get that in there. 1/2 stick of butter. We already used the other 1/2 stick in our pumpkin casserole, so we're just gonna plop that in there. And once again, our good old vanilla extract. Another teaspoon. So the vanilla extract is what actually makes the frosting a little bit smoother, so you may have to add more. This dish definitely gets your hands dirty. So you want to get all that in there. Like I said, you want to add more. Make sure the butter is at room temperature so you can break it up with all this. Woo! This is definitely a messy dish. And I left the butter out for about an hour and it's still a little hard, so maybe 2 hours, unless you want to put a little muscle in it like I'm doing right now. but you want to get all that powdered sugar in there. And when you put this on top, when it's all done, it's going to melt all over that delicious pumpkin casserole. So don't worry about it looking too thick. You just want to make sure all that powdered sugar's in there. This is a great, great dessert to cook right before everybody comes over. Your whole house smells like pumpkin pie. So everybody sits through the meal and can't wait for dessert. So there that goes. We got that all mixed in. Like I said, just have to put a little arm into it. So we have that. That's ready to go. We're gonna go ahead, take our pumpkin casserole. We're gonna put that in the oven and we'll be back after it's done. Can't wait. This smells so good. My house smells like the best candle ever, and it's my pumpkin casserole. This is just gonna be divine. So we have that frosting that we made earlier, the cream cheese frosting. We're gonna go ahead and add this. This is the perfect time if you wanna grab the kids and give them something to do, let them frost this. We're gonna go ahead and put that on. And it's gonna melt a little bit because it's still hot. Make it look pretty. Have that definition on there. Get that all on there, get it in there thick. Oh, I can't wait to taste this. I think that's enough. Just smear it around. It's already starting to melt on there. So this was in your oven for 350 for an hour. Maybe just the rest of it over here. It's gonna just melt right in and make it even more moist than it already is. Gonna get a little fancy and put a little cinnamon. Just give it that touch, not too much. And let's go ahead, let's cut into this and try this. So we always know that first piece is probably never gonna come out right. So I always know the first piece is my piece. I can't wait, my mouth is watering. Let's see if we can get this out. It's still hot. Probably let it sit. Oh, look at how moist that is. That looks delicious. So moist, sweet. Let's go ahead. Let's give this a try. That is really good. You can taste the pumpkin, the cinnamon, that cream cheese frosting just adds that little bit of tang. This is a winner. This is really, really good. This is a great fall or anytime dish.